Hey everybody, welcome to your mini stretch class for today. You won't need any equipment. We're doing a full body. Hopefully you feel nice and refreshed and lengthened after this little session. So to get started, we're going to come into a nice wide stance here. Okay, and you want to have your toes pointing directly in front of you so your legs are nice and parallel. Taking the arms all the way out to the side, and we're going to pull your left palm up towards the ceiling as you bring the right hand down to the left leg. Okay, so twisting up, rotating as much as you can through the spine, and then rising all the way back up from there. And then twist other side, and coming back up. So we're keeping the legs as straight as we can here, and you want to try and pull with your opposite hand into the leg to increase your stretch a little bit further each time as we start to get a little bit warmer. And now you can start pushing through the hips, so pushing into the side that you're reaching towards, and then straightening and squaring back up as you come to the center. And rise, let's go 3 more. 2, so normal to be feeling this in your inner thighs, your hamstrings, your spine, all of the above. And 1. So we're going to bring your hands down towards the floor now. You can bend your knees as much as you need because we're going to be sitting into a nice wide squat anyway. And then straightening your legs as much as you can, keeping the hands on the floor. Now, I prefer to go out into external rotation, so turning the toes out, and then the knees follow as well. I find I can sink a little bit further and it feels a little bit more comfortable through my hips. So if you're the same, go for it. Otherwise, if you'd prefer to leave them parallel like this, you can do that too. Okay, sinking down, rising up. Let's go 2 more. And then on this second one, we're going to hold it down. Going back into some rotation again, so opposite hand to ankle, reaching up. And cross. Keep twisting through. And twist. Okay, and coming back down, we're going to come into a 4-point kneel. Hands are coming down onto the floor. And we're going to bring your right leg all the way out towards the side. And let's flex your foot, so pull your toes towards you. And now you can either have the toes dropping down or reaching up. Up to you, whatever you feel a stretch in more. And we're going to push your heel away from you, sliding away as far as you can. And we're going to try and come down onto the elbows if you can from here. Now we want to try and add a little bit of movement again, so moving forward and back. We're going to be staying pretty active in our stretches today, given it is a nice short little session. I think you'll get a lot more out of it as opposed to doing some static, so holds where you're not moving. That's usually good for a nice long session. But for today, you'll get a lot more out of moving through the range. It'll warm you up as well, so you could use this as a warm-up before another class, or if you're just wanting a little pick-me-up, this is a good session as well. And drawing it all the way in, let's go other side. I'll just show you this from side on. Okay, so coming all the way out, back down onto the elbows, and we're shifting the body forward and pushing the bottom back. Okay, you don't have to have this much range. If you're moving a little bit smaller like this, that's plenty, as long as you're getting something out of it. I feel this one mainly in my inner thigh. And let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing it all the way back in when you're ready. Okay, so coming back into a 4-point kneel position, and we're going to walk one hand out. So let's go right hand away on the fingertips. Okay, and then we're going to push the chest through, shift through onto the right hand, and then scoop the left hand through to push the left shoulder down towards the floor. So we're propped up on the right hand here, getting a nice stretch through, kind of like the armpit and the back near your shoulder blade. And then we're twisting through just slightly with the left arm to create some rotation through the spine. All right, and now from here, we're going to pick up the right hand and take it behind your back, crossing it all the way over, and then all the way back up, back down to the floor. Okay, so I'll just show you from different angle here. It rises up and we cross behind, all the way back and down. Okay, 1 more from the front. We'll go all the way up, cross, and back. Okay, so I'm going to stay facing this way. You're more than welcome to just keep flowing through this one. I'm definitely feeling my right sort of shoulder pressing into the ground here. It's a nice lengthening stretch through the outside of the arm, and then the right shoulder is getting a little bit of movement through the shoulder joint in general. It doesn't feel too isolated in one spot. Okay, pushing up, and let's go to the other side. So left hand is on the floor first, scooping the right arm all the way under, and let's reach the left hand up and tapping it back and up. Two more. And last one. And okay, coming all the way back. Let's just do a couple of little shoulder circles here. So rising them all the way up towards your ears. And we're just going to go into a little wrist stretch now. So we're going to go with the fingertips pointing towards you. Try and have the hands nice and flat on the ground, and we're going to push your bottom down towards your heels. It's okay if your palms lift off just slightly. And now we're going to walk. So come under, and now the palms are going to elevate, but the fingers are pointing towards you. And then back, under, and under. Just be nice and gentle if you're doing this first thing in the morning, or if you've been sitting at a desk with minimal movement through the wrists. You want to just have as light a pressure as possible, easing into this one. Okay, now we're going to press the thumbs together, and then the fingers are going to sprawl out to the side as the palms go flat on the floor. Okay, and now we're just going to circle through the shoulders all the way over the hands, and then sink it back. Circle round, round, and back. Alrighty, and let's reverse your circles when you're ready. Scoop around and back. So hopefully you're feeling this through your fingertips, the palm, up through the wrist. Okay, now we're going to go with just your wrists pointing together. Your hands will be apart, dropping them back down onto the floor here, and we're going to shift from one side to the other. Shifting over. Normal again for your palm to lift up off the floor. And shift for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. They feel so good. Alright, one last one for our wrists and fingers. We're going to clasp the fingers together and make a wave. Okay, you can reverse the wave. Always feels really strange to do that. Okay, if this doesn't feel like you're getting much out of this one, you can just clasp and do a couple little circles and free them up a little bit. Okay, so now that our wrists are a little bit warmer, we're going to come up into a down dog position. So your hands are going to be about shoulder width apart, and then your feet will follow through to be the same distance apart again. Tucking the toes under, and we're going to push the heels down towards the floor just as much as you can. I want you to prioritize getting your knees straight today rather than the heels down. So if it means that your knees are straight and your heels elevate like this, that's totally fine. Okay? Now we're going to stand on just your left leg and just extend the right foot away. And now we're going to keep the right leg straight, taking it up towards the ceiling. Just go to whatever range you can. If you're getting to here, that's awesome, as long as you're getting a stretch through the bottom leg, through the glute and hamstring, or you might even feel your calves here as well, and ankles. So just reaching it up to wherever you can, and we're going to bend and extend the top leg. Okay, bend and extend. Bend. We want to think about keeping your core nice and active here. So we're trying to avoid where you're excessively flaring. Okay, so keep pulling the rib cage in. Push the floor away from you through the hands. Alright, now we're going to keep the leg bent on the next one. We're going to circle the leg. So we take the leg out to the side, drop the knee down towards the left knee, and then rise it all the way back up. Okay, now I want you to push the floor away from you, so if you can push your head through a little bit further if you can. Keep circling this leg. So many things to think about. Okay, and now we're going to go to the other side. So pushing all the way up as high as you can, and then we're going into a bend and extend when you're ready. Keep pushing the knee out to the side here. Three more here. 2. And 1, keeping a bend, and let's drop it down, away and back up. See if you can push the chest through. Three more. 2. And 1. Okay. Coming all the way down. Now we're going to come onto our belly. We're almost done because I'm trying to keep this one short. So coming down onto the belly from here, stacking the hands on top of each other. We're going to bend one leg and tap it across. And then extend the leg away as far as you can. Bend it all the way back in and take it back to the center. So we go bend. Extend the leg away. Bend it back in. And then bring it all the way back. Bend. And reach. Bend it back in. And down. So again, it doesn't matter how far or how wide you get the legs here. As long as you're getting a nice stretch, you might feel it through the belly. Some of you might feel it through your back. That's where I feel it. You might feel your hip flexor and your quad when you're extending that leg away. Okay, everyone's going to feel it at a different spot. As long as it feels like a nice stretching, lengthening feeling, not a sharp kind of pain, it's going to be doing you some good to open up through this joint here. I actually feel my bottom pec and shoulder getting a stretch here too when I extend away like this. Alright, now we're going to go rising all the way up. Try and glide the hands along the floor and then roll it all the way back down. Squeezing through your bottom and slow to come back down. Remember, you're only going up as high as you feel in control and warm enough to move through as well. This is our first little bit other than the rotation that we just did in extension, so just take it easy. Let's go 2 more. And last one. And we're just going to hold it up here. So if this is a little too much, just come down onto the elbows. Keep pushing the floor away from you. Shoulders are away from your ears. Okay. And we're going to flip over onto your bottom, bringing the legs out in front of you, taking the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. We're just going to go with a forward reach. And then rising all the way back up, taking the hands forward again and again, reaching. So trying to get the back as flat as you can initially, and then you can round as it gradually falls there. Okay, so we want to start nice and tall. You push your belly button forward, tailbone out, and then once you get to your end range with your belly, then your upper back will start to round and your head follows. Get a little pause and then roll it all the way back up. Let's go 3 more. 2. And last one. Alrighty, and drawing it all the way in when you're ready. Nicely done. Thank you for joining me for our mini stretch class today. I'll see you next time.